Hopefully we won't run into any more connection problems. Editing. See what's on this one. Shouldn't take too long. I have to try to go over to the pantry tomorrow and get some pantry groceries. Well, it's not really a pantry. It's a food market. Middle Iowa food market. I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go over there tomorrow. Open up and I get out of class. They don't open till noon, and I got class at 1:30. Well, I mean, I could probably go over there at noon, but I'd be rushing because I have to go and catch the bus, and then I got to catch the bus to go back around 7 or so, so that I can go to uh, this play that's going on. Got to check out where it's at, but got that to do tomorrow evening. But I'll be getting a ride home because the bus won't be running. The last bus is at like 9:15. I'll have missed it. I already know what this. I already know. Conversation's getting heavy. It's jumping between 28 megs a second and it's jumping between 28. First one, we're going to run through these clips from anything that's 90 and above. We're going to do those. It's jumping between. It's the hell is this, dude? 20. It's jumping between. It's jumping between. That's why I didn't change it. I came back. Okay, that makes sense. More sense of why I do it right that time. Sorry, bud. talking about? How did any of these fail? So irritating. TikTok's about to get bombarded. People want to see me. About to. Bombarded by. Two, 4, 6, 8 so far. 10, 12, 14, 17 I did yesterday, which are actually a lot of carryover from the day prior. All right, now we can do this one. Oh, I gotta watch that. We're definitely gonna watch that. I was able to con my instructor into following me. He's subscribing to me on YouTube. Gotcha. That's fun. You want to go back to this, do this, upload. We're watching past broadcasts. My speeds are gonna, my connection is gonna be jumpy. There might be a bunch of skip frames. You're good, bud. I'm just using my hands. It's animated hands. Once you get that dreadlock off your butt, since you're chewing on yourself, get the dreadlock off your butt. Don't look at me funny. Get the dreadlock off your butt. I don't have dreadlocks on my butt. You do. You won't let me cut it off. All right. Tried to stay up on that too. We don't have many 90 clips on this, so not gonna be too bad. Go over, we'll watch and react to Candace's video. It's gonna be an hour-long video, and probably not gonna watch the whole thing. Just skip through it. She doesn't put chapters, so I don't really know what's going on in it. Oh, yeah. I was just irritated. Not gonna worry about that one. About that. People like that are why those games don't survive. Sweaty, useless people. You're trash. You know you are. You're a useless human being. Oh, I'm just irritated. More irritation about that stupid player. What pushes me out of PvP games? Just sweaty people, overly sweaty people taking PvP games to the max extent possible. Like, just essentially just out purposely trying to grieve people for no reason type stuff. I also need to call my rental company tomorrow or Friday, let them know that my money is coming in the form of a money order. So too bad, so sad, deal with it. That's how my rent's getting paid this month. They can't force me to pay it in some random, they can't force me to pay it digitally. If I don't have access to digital payment, they can't force me to pay it digitally. And if they'd like, I'll take them to court for it. I'll take them to court over it. For one, you live in the hood. Not everybody has access to digital banking in the hood. Yeah, I just don't have access to any of my digital banking services right now. They're gonna have to deal with a money order. Again, my rent's right here. Go ahead and file the eviction notice so I can go to court and explain to them all of what's been going on. You don't really want that. So I just suggest you just take my rent money. Take my rent money. Don't argue. Because if you like, I'll go to court. You end up paying for all the court fees, and who knows, that company might overhaul the entire organization. Because the private equity company that owns this place isn't gonna, they're not gonna abandon ship and sell it to somebody else. No. What they'll do is they'll overhaul all the people that work here with people that aren't going to be subject to breaking renters laws, landlord laws. All right.
Nothing's worse than anger, right?
I can feel my drowsiness hitting the back of my eyes.
Trees. But you can see it, right? And after it passes, maybe something new sprouts up. Resentment. Resentment is desolation. It salts the soil so that nothing ever grows again.
You know what's funny? I was absolutely correct when I said that my I haven't played this game in like 2 years. Two almost 3 years. It was 2023 was the last time I played this game. Which would have been the Warframe market stuff.
I think so.
Because I do that every time I come back. It's inevitable. You can't get around doing the Warframe market when you come back. This isn't that good. I don't have any commentary on it. I gotta use the restroom really bad. I'll be back. Like, I gotta do the do. That's not the stuff. Oh my brother. Just listen to some tunes. I'll be back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, you stupid son of a thing. Slipknot prosthetics for you. In this Wednesday evening at 10:40 p.m. Slipknot prosthetics. Here on S1C Radio. Oh. No music actually playing because it doesn't record my past broadcasts.
Is this real?
Was the rightful heir, but the boy was chosen. Why is this always happening to me?
Oh.
What is wrong with me? Am I not good enough for all?
That's just straight gameplay, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so. Oh, that's the one I did yesterday. Like, wait, no way. Okay, we just did that one. Oh, goodness. I was tired. Started 10 o'clock. Already 10 p.m. All right, guys.
All right, you guys, welcome back to season 9, episode 2 of Everybody
I love hearing it
Grieves
every time
Differently.
this
I'm your
starts
host.
playing.
That's what we're
Like,
told,
all right, you
at
guys.
least. You know, in retrospect, we should have probably saw that for what it was, recognized that expression for what it was. Another well-financed PR campaign against people.
What now? I remember what her last episode was about, to be honest with you. I never remember. I think I watched, like...
All right, you guys, trying to sort of abuse people into compliance, mind control. So that's interesting. That is interesting. And now we
the
are
Erica
seeing
Kirk
a
thing.
bunch of people.
This is this
and I
weird
really do
audio
believe that
by
these are the
Erica
White Walkers
Kirk.
in our society. Like, these people are among us.
Where is
That
it?
people are
Right here.
mind-controlled slaves, literally herself,
here.
realizing that that would be kind
This is weird. This is not, I believe this is the recording that's not long after Charlie was killed. Like days after Charlie was killed.
of weird to say that she's happy. Take a listen.
The prophetic mind of my husband
Not long after.
was that he always planned for the future. You guys are obviously aware of like Vision 2025, but Charlie was also working on Vision 2030 in the weeks leading up to September 10th, and he was working really closely with Justin, and that's why Justin had been appointed the role of COO, because he was literally, I remember
not because
phone
of this.
calls when Charlie and I would take our night walks, and it would be 10 o'clock at night, and him and Justin would just be talking about the plans. I was aware of the plans. I have his journals that are aware of the plans.
What are you doing,
like,
man?
there is no confusion of what's to come. And I want to give you guys that reassurance that it's full steam ahead, and the board and I are working with Justin and the executive leadership teams to make sure that all of those plans come into effect 2030 and beyond. But I, again, am so grateful for all of you. I'm so proud of all of you. You honor my husband so well.
You don't play.
All of you do. And
yeah, this is not long after he was
it's
killed.
weird to say I'm excited. I really hesitate saying that. It's really hard for me to say that. It's a really weird thing to say, but I think it comes from a space of peace, knowing that God's using this, and we're humbly witnessing the gospel in real time.
It's so weird. That's just so weird.
I don't know what to say.
So weird to say. Like, it's such a weird... She's so happy, like, a couple weeks after her husband was killed. Like, I understand people grieve differently, but she sounds almost giddy. Like, finally, I can take over. That's just what I hear. It's just weird. That woman she just does not seem genuine in any of this. Candace seems more genuine than her. And Candace is just a loaded gun going off at any moment she can. That's what we need in journalism. Where was the other thing? And this lady's super weird too. Like, who cares about you, lady? Who are you? Why do you think you're even relevant to the conversation of Charlie Kirk? I'm not relevant. I just like to react to the way Candace talks about. It's just like when people were attacking her for the whole private snuffy thing. Like, who cares? She let her go down a rabbit hole. And ironically enough, you've seen what's his name? One of the gun guys. I follow him. No, I don't. But he's another one of the gun guys. Bald guy, no eyebrows. He's done a lot of good work on this. Done a lot of good work. Ah, get wrecked, bitch. People like that, no. You're trying to feed for fame. Get out of here. You deserve all of the prison time you get for that, because that's sexual assault on his end. That dude would be the victim at that point. He would be the victim of sexual assault. But whatever the guy's name is, he does really good work. And they weren't attacking Candace. They were just like, they were basically going after Private Snuffy. And that's not why Candace was really talking about Private Snuffy. Like, using his past as a reason why you shouldn't essentially listen to what he's saying. That's kind of like, that's doing a disservice to yourself, because you're not allowing what he has to say to unfold, because she had all the receipts for it. Just like any good journalist that knows how to make money, longevity money, she's not going to just empty her whole basket out onto the floor for everybody right then and there. She's going to take everybody down the little trails that she went down. Because that's one of the things about, like, yes, you could be good at relaying information to people, but a scientist can do that. Scientists can do it a lot better. And somebody who studies the science of everything, journalism, science, political science, anybody who studies the science of that stuff could probably relay the information better than any of the people that actually are talking heads for these places. But you know why they don't? It's because that shit is boring. Nobody wants to listen to a scientist. I mean, I do. I like listening to scientists because I can follow the conversation a lot easier. And even if a scientist says something I don't know, I'm not going to interrupt. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm going to take note of it. I'm going to take note of it and go and do research myself and find out what that means. I don't let it create a barrier in stopping me from listening to what they got to say. I'll listen to what they have to say and absorb every bit of it. And when there's things in there that I don't understand, I'll take notes of them and research them later. And then the aha moment comes later on. It doesn't come right then and there. It comes later on when I get to do the research to figure out what they were actually talking about. And then I get to do a nice little bit of learning myself. So that's one of the best things about journalists, actual journalists, real journalists, is that they are very scientific with how they're relaying the information, but they're storytellers in the way they're relaying that information. So they were able to prance down this path while also throwing these giant friggin' words at you, these very obscure in places concept, these very in-depth concepts, things that people like normal people can't grasp, and they're able to do that in a way that brings everybody along, the intelligent people and the not as much intelligent people. The me type, the dumb people. Everybody's able to follow along when there's a good storyteller, somebody who can tell good stories, and in a way that keeps the audience captivated. Again, she's not going to spend an hour hitting key points trying to talk about the entire story. No, she's going to go in it. Hey, look what I found over here. And she's going to, as moment you lean over, she's going to push you down the rabbit hole and be following right behind you. So on our left, on our right, we got, duck your head. That's what makes people like Candace Owens, very captivating and very entertaining to watch. I love watching her content. She's really good. Her production team is got, you can tell her production team is evolving. There are obviously technical errors and glitches at times, but you can definitely tell they're evolving, and they're, with the new milestones they're hitting, they're also making changes accordingly in the production aspect, not in relance of information, not in how Candace normally does things. So it's very entertaining to watch this, as opposed to even legacy media back in the day. Back in the day, it was like 2 stories of something positive, the rest of the stories were bad, then sports, then weather. And sometimes it was all bad, and the sports and the weather were the only good things. They try to use the local teams' achievements as one of the positives. They spin it in a positive way to take you watch a scary movie, then you watch cartoons to dilute yourself with a scary movie. They have those videos up on social media right now, and like mechanic working on the car, they hit something, it's like anxiety driven, they pop up in cartoons like safe space, safe space, safe space. It's a parody on that. It's a parody on all of that. So it's good to watch this, because you already know what you've signed up to watch, whether you want to wholeheartedly believe in what she's saying or not. I might say ride the middle on it. I find it very entertaining. She's really good at what she does, and she makes me want to be better in my communication. Even though I'm way older than she is, and I should be a master over her, I'm not. I know I'm not. I have tons of things to learn, but this is the kind of stuff that I really enjoy doing. And I want, like, having to realign my life. I would much rather realign it into something I want to do, like talking at people. Not in communication to talk to you. I'm in communication to talk at you. That's why I'm a communications major. Not to talk to you, to talk at you. Because I don't think I'm terrible at it. Could be better. And I'm working on getting better at it. Just a lot of things happen at once that cause stress to feed in or to bleed in, and it pulls me away from being focused. Real life. These are things that real, like, not saying that anybody else is not real. It's like being had a life up here, and then I made obviously bad choices, bad decisions, and allowed myself to fall. That doesn't mean that I can't go back up. And I'm not gonna just choose any old path to head upward in. No, I'm a regular person, but I'm not a regular person that walks a regular path. I walk the weird, convoluted, hard to find path that most people are just like, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Gotcha. Yeah, I think it's because I ate paint chips as a kid. I ate paint chips. I fell on my head a lot. I kind of died. Ever since I found out, I've been calling it that. I kind of died. Near-death experience is kind of dying. Almost died. Like the closest form to dying you can get without dying. Almost dying. Like you can't say that. You can't almost die. Like, yeah, you can. I did it once. I almost died once. Like real, for real, almost died once. That's why every street needs to have a weird unknown lady walking down it. Just in case something bad is happening. They could be there to save the day. In my case, yeah, whatever. Well, I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, Candace and her content is very entertaining.
Everything that
but
was
this
said in
lady is weird, and I don't know why.
Was also a rant
this lady
that Lori decided to do live on the internet.
And no, there's no relation. There's no relation to me and this lady.
Tucker's totally
I know we're both white.
Speech. Listen to Lori Cardoza Moore rant in her car.
Carlson with his mocking voice and his
not to mention, like, oh my God, the way he talks, I want to punch her teeth out. She's an underbiter, and she accentuates her bite when she talks. Like her skeleton, like when she is reduced to a skeleton. It's gonna look like the SpongeBob caveman. Oh, caveman. That's what that lady's gonna look. When she's reduced to a skeleton, that's what she's gonna look like. Look at her. she when you hear a noise, when you hear Tucker Carlson speak, when you hear Tucker Carlson speak, this is what you become. This lady. SpongeGar. Oh God. Oh man, that's good.
mocking laughter. They were horrified by what they saw. I had 3 couples reach out to me who had been
She got fake
to
teeth.
The Turning
That's why
Point
she's talking like that.
USA conference. And this was in Tampa a couple weeks ago. They called me and said they were horrified by what they saw.
Or she's a dipper.
Horrified. They saw Tucker Carlson
Maybe she's a
get
dipper.
up and act like another crazy person.
Like, how can you trust a woman that's a dipper? Come on now, lady. You're what? Big conservative lady? I didn't know conservative, like, hardcore right-wing conservative ladies are dippers. Why does it look like you're dipping? Are you Seth Rogen's mom?
Condemning Israel, praising Qatar with his mocking voice and his mocking laughter. So
Laughter.
Right after him comes Michelle Bachmann. Michelle
his mocking laughter.
To make an argument for why we have to stand with Israel to these young people at DUSA. When she's
about to blow her teeth out of her.
About supporting
she got that fix it in there good.
And why America should stand with
fix
Israel.
It in.
The people in the audience start booing her. I spoke with her.
Whatever the teeth glue is. Fix it in.
That is
her fucking chin. Her chin's got dents in it.
He's responsible
Fix the dents in her chin.
Saying and doing. Does he get up and condemn Tucker or correct Tucker for what he said about Israel and how dangerous Qatar?
Oh, lady, shut up! You fucking giant Karen. Oh, are you and your like if her teeth weren't so heavily glued in, they would have flew out her face. They had smacked her windshield. Ugh.
All right, you guys, welcome back to season 9, episode 2 of Everybody Grieves Differently. I'm your
Everybody
host.
grieves,
That's what we're
Raymond.
told, at least. You know, in retrospect, we should have probably saw that for what it was, recognized that expression for what it was. Another well-financed PR campaign against people for asking.
I want to hear another phone call. Give me the phone
All right,
call.
you guys, first
BB
we've
Netanyahu's.
also now
I love
confirmed
trashing
that
BB.
she was at the Hamptons retreat, the now infamous Hamptons retreat. She was present when Bibi Netanyahu called. And that bothers me because I was out here.
So she was there. She was there when he was threatened. And she didn't corroborate any of that. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Catching a lot of heat for telling the truth. Now, we have two different versions of that story. Andrew Colvett said that Bibi offered to fund Turning Point to the next level. I have since confirmed what Andrew Colvett...
He basically, Bibi Netanyahu planned to fund Turning Point to the next level with the American taxpaying dollars. He planned to take all the money that America has been giving him and turn it into donation money to TPUSA. If that's not money laundering, I don't know what is. Oh, they were trying to launder money through... Allegedly trying to launder money through TPUSA. Because, I mean, I think that's kind of why Charlie was calling for an audit on his company. Because he felt like it was being used as a laundering scheme. For some reason, it became like this giant laundering, and not even you can't really say exploiting or extorting or embezzling, because that would mean like one person, two people, a group of people, they're unjustly acquiring funds from the company that don't belong to them, are essentially part of their salaries. Unlawfully acquiring, there we go, that's what I was thinking about. I'd say that's probably why he was looking into getting an audit done on TPUSA. It was because it started to feel like a money laundering operation. The amount of money that was flowing through that company, that organization, was a lot of money. Tons of money. And the fact that Erica Kirk was in the room, I'm going to say it. She was in the room. She was in the room when Charlie was being threatened, which means that she was already aware of him backing away from those donors. Makes me wonder if Charlie and her left when they left that meeting at the Hampton. I wonder if they left the meeting together, or if she stayed behind to smooth things over, because Bibi was just so upset that Charlie would not accept his generous offer to help him get to the next level. That's all you need to get to the next level and get Christian Zionist beliefs pushed across the country. Did they leave together, or did she stay behind? They got footage of the hotel? Were they together the entire time? Or was she there first and Charlie came up? Or did Charlie go up first? Get into the whole, no, I'm not doing that with you, Bibi. And they brought Erica in to get him, maybe try to be the last line of defense to get him to go along with it, whatever they were working on. Well, I believe that was the final straw. That was like the intervention. the Hamptons thing was the intervention. So he was already probably in the talks and directions about being out. Well, the videos are up online about him talking about it on his podcast about the genocides taking place in Gaza. So it was already there for the world to see, just only certain people were paying attention to it. So the next step from there is to give him an intervention to bring him back into the fold. Oh, he's not coming back into the fold willingly? Okay. Hey, Erica, can you come up and help? Okay. Charlie, what's going on? Why is this such a big deal? Why is it such a big deal that BB's wants to give you the money that you need to go to the next level? Why? Why is it such a big deal, Charlie? It shouldn't be that big of a deal, Charlie. Think of the kids, Charlie. You're not thinking of the children, Charlie. You're thinking of yourself and your own moral standing, Charlie. You shouldn't. You should be thinking about what we're building here, what the future of TPUSA is. And it's weird that my mind is just like creating this conversation. It obviously wasn't real conversation, but the whole situation to me reads like that, reads like a novel. And I'm able to just write it out as it's flowing because that's how it's all reading. It's reading like some fiction spy drama where the wife was a honeypot all along and was only there not to bring down the organization, but to take it over. I mean, that's like Spycraft 101. And then when he didn't budge. And he said, "You know what? I can't do this. Like this is not what this organization's for." You can kind of go into into a hypothetical timeline of this because it led to his death. I mean, this meeting, the outcome of this meeting led to him getting murdered. And not with a 30-06 rifle. And just like all these guys have been saying, a round was fired that day. Because all the sounds wouldn't have picked up the way they had if it was sound routed through a speaker system. And the reason it was so loud coming through the intercom system, I'm pretty sure that Charlie's microphone, his mic, was connected to it. Or no, not the one here. That would have been for his live streaming. This microphone, the one he had in his hand, he was picking up and talking into, that would have been the one that's connected to the PA. The same as the person that's on the other end, the debater, would have also been connected to the PA system. So in order for the sounds to pick up like they did, where it's picking up through the PA system, a round has to be traveling. It has to be traveling through that area. You don't just hear the boom and then you would have heard just, if it was just a non-live round or just black powder or PA system, it would have sounded a lot different. It wouldn't have carried all the way through. It would have echoed, but it wouldn't have carried. Like the sound traveled through. like it would have if a round went off. The boom would have sounded different. It would have abruptly essentially ended. It would just been a boom, and that's it. You wouldn't have all the extra stuff coming through the PA and all that. You wouldn't have a ton of the extra firepower, if you will, coming through the PA system. So my opinion is, yes, there was Robinson was up there to be the patsy. He didn't know he was probably given instruction to fire wherever. He had a probably a low caliber round, and was able to just essentially fire it into the ground somewhere around. Again, I'm making hypothetical snap judgment things, but again, whatever happened in the hotel led to his death. It led to his death. And Erica's been lying about everything since. TPUSA's been lying about everything since. Donald Trump pretended to be best friends with Charlie. Bibi Netanyahu pretended to be best friends with Charlie. Ben Shapiro. People didn't actually give a shit about Charlie in that organization. Now, all of a sudden, like Trump, maybe. Bibi, as much as a snake can care about something it wants to maybe eat later on. But I do have a question. What's going on? Tyler Robinson. No. Show it. Show it. You don't get to, if you actually did that, you don't get to hide from it. No, you get to see it. No, you get to see it. The rest of the world got to see it. And if you were actually, if what we're being told is the actual truth, and this kid hopped up on the roof with the 30-06 and put a round in Charlie Kirk's neck from 200 yards away, no, you don't get to hide from that. You get to see it as we all saw it. And the defense team, again, this is how you can tell this is all a dog and pony show. A dog and friggin' pony show. So what kind of request is that? Seriously. Your dude is on trial for murder. For a political assassination murder, no less. And you're worried about him. What are you worried about? Let's see what you're worried about. They argue could. Again, dog and pony. Dog and pony. They argue it could prejudice Robinson's right to a fair trial. Evidence. What do you mean? So evidence is now considered a prejudice to a trial? Okay. So that would mean every electronic media that's used in any case ever in the existence of putting somebody on trial for something would be liable to be overturned, pulled back into court, and all overturned. You can't make this stuff up. This is why I say it's a dog and pony show. There is no way in hell that a legal team is like, you know what, we're gonna hinge our defense on getting every bit of the evidence thrown out, except for this rifle that was used, but not it was unfired. But we don't have the real rifle. We don't. They have the real rifle, but they don't have the real rifle. The one they do have is unfired, but the one the real one that they also have is fired. You wouldn't have two rifles. You would have just the one. That's it. And again, you can't tell me a dude would know it was zero, absolutely zero. I don't care if he picked up, you could pick up a pistol and maybe you learn to shoot in a couple weeks, but you're not going to pick up a high-powered rifle and learn how to aim for the neck in a couple weeks. Again, this is a dog and pony show, man. Dog and pony show. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I guarantee something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Either A, this kid's not going to make it to a real trial. Or B, something's going to happen. It's going to taint the case and it's going to get thrown out. Something's going to happen. It's going to taint this case and it's going to get thrown out. Which is going to be the last straw that's needed to to not just break this camel's back, but to cripple it for good. I have this weird feeling. And people would say, well, that's not going to cause a civil war. Shh. Yes, it will. We've already seen it multiple times in the past and nothing happened because of it. We're already seeing kinda the precursor to it. Because think about all the people fighting ICE, fighting police, trying to keep illegal immigrants in the United States. All those people hated Charlie Kirk. They celebrated his death. So we're already seeing the precursor of it. I promise you, something's going to happen in this case. The case is going to go away. Tyler Robinson's going to walk free. It's just a weird feeling I have. I hope I really hope it's just goofy storytelling. I don't know.
That said, with two people that are not related to Andrew Colvett at all, Erica, despite being at that dinner and confirming that she was there, does not remember that part. She says that there was not an offer that was made and that BB was calling about the letter that Charlie wrote him back in May. Andrew confirmed to me that Charlie described that summit as like an intervention was being staged over Israel. So I find that to be interesting. Again, with everything that we now know, my assumption was she didn't wade into things, didn't wade into the water, and didn't say anything about the debate that was happening because she was so overwhelmed and kind of catching her breath as the new CEO and chairman. I think now I have a different perspective on that. I'm not sure why she did not come out and say if she was capable of doing calls and sitting down and doing meetings, come out and say like, yes, this Hampton summit did happen. Yes, BB did call, and try to work through with Andrew why they have different memories of whether or not he called to fund things to the next level. We have also confirmed that Erica and Andrew were working together.
And that right there, it almost adds a lot of, I mean, it damn near weighs that shit down to the bottom of the water. What I said, that Erica was, she was brought in to soften Charlie up. Oh, I mean, back their whole marriage is a honeypot situation. She was initially brought in to soften Charlie up, to allow him to bring on this whole money laundering operation into TPUSA. But with this whole Hamptons thing, this almost puts weight to that she was brought into that meeting alone to get Charlie to relent on the whole Israel thing. The way Candace is framing it, it makes that my whole theory sound not just like a theory. It sounds more like, how did you know? If you know, you know, you know.
On that Fort Huachuca PR response, we got the craziest tax I've ever endured. Alex Jones, quite entertainingly, he's coming for me my whole life, everything. But that PR response was confirmed that she was a part of that through this obscure YouTuber, Paramount Tactical, rather than going directly to me after we sat down.
Yeah, Paramount. It was Paramount Tactical. He's the guy, the bald guy, no eyebrows, military, does military stuff.
To me, seems like a pretty strong violation of a well-meaning conversation that I had with her for 4 hours. And I should also mention that that was the same YouTuber, despite also going into Mitch's entire past, Mitch knows past. But after calling for a ceasefire and saying, let us sit down and talk, they welcomed Paramount Tactical onto Charlie Kirk's podcast show while I was in this hotel room to debunk me. I had no idea it was happening. And then that's, I think, was the beginning of when it clicked to me, seeing...
I think I might be thinking about the wrong person. I think I am. Smoker cough. Nope. Somebody different. Okay. I don't know who the bald guy is.
But after calling for a ceasefire and saying, let us sit down and talk, they welcomed Paramount Tactical onto Charlie Kirk's podcast show while I was in this hotel room to debunk me. I had no idea it was happening. And then that's, I think, was the beginning of when it clicked to me, seeing that him being caught live, Andrew Colbert live messaging something from Erica after she told me that they were disappointed in Andrew, that he wasn't going to be involved in PR anymore.
I remember this video.
That's when I realized that I was being lied to, that she was making moves behind the scenes. And the answer that we will likely never get, to add one more point here, is whether Andrew was lying. The announcement, he makes it very biblical, which is a common theme here. Everything is it's about, this is what God has ordained. Here is the letter. Just going to read the top here. It reads in Ecclesiastes, King Solomon wrote that mankind is to be tested by God. Today we are facing such a test, yet we also know.
This is what I was saying, man. If you have to write these kind of letters like this, I just call it what it is. It's LARPing. Like, this is role play, dude. You're quoting a book, a fictional book. It's not nonfiction. The Bible is not nonfiction. It is a work of fiction, a work of art, if you will. So to use this stuff as a way to get people to bow down is what makes me laugh at it more than praise it. When I see that it's always about God. God's testing us. No, God's not doing anything. It's human beings doing this to one another. We are doing this to each other. We do all these things to one another and call it God, because why would I take responsibility for what I'm doing when I could just blame it on God? God is testing us, blaming it on God. We also know that God has prepared us with everything we need to overcome this ordeal. Dodging accountability, always dodging accountability. God did nothing, God does nothing, and in my opinion, God exists less within these people than it does within me. Because I don't believe in that traditional God thing. Because it's just not a story I can suspend my belief to. Maybe if it was a play, and if it wasn't being pushed as a way of living, then yeah, maybe. Just be good people. Don't be shitty people. Take everything in moderation. Like, you don't need a church and God to tell you that doing too much of one thing is a bad thing. Doing too much of bad things is a horrible thing. Like, it's common sense. It's like you guys needed to replace your common sense with God. What would Jesus do? Huh. Just insane. It's absolutely bananas. It is crazy. It's crazy just to think about this stuff and like how it's become a way of dodging accountability by saying God. God's testing us. God's testing me and humanity. Maybe that's why we're all losing, because we think it's
God has prepared us
God's
with
test.
Everything that we need to overcome this ordeal. It was the honor of our lives to serve as board members of Charlie's side. Charlie prepared all of us for a moment like this one. He worked tirelessly to ensure Turning Point USA was built to survive even the greatest tests, and now it is our great pride to announce Erica Kirk as the new CEO and chair of the board for Turning Point USA. Okay, so I want you to remember that. It's like going. I don't even remember that letter at all.
And what's insane is like, how much experience does she have running an organization like what Charlie was running? Seriously, she ran an orphanage or something in Romania, and now she can't go back to Romania. But how many organizations has this woman actually run? Seriously. How many organizations has Erica Kirk ran, excluding him? They are not nice to her. So that's their big mission, was to get people to read the Bible. And 180,000 people. Like, what was their goal? Okay, we got questions. We got lots of questions. Okay. First, for the Bible reading organization. Not in the red. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit about advertising. It's about the no. To be honest, if you push your success on how much advertising you do, no. See what it gives us. So not overly successful. I mean, seeing as we have 300 plus million people in this country. They're very expensive stuff that only a small amount of people were buying. So when you're selling to only rich people, of course you're going to have high margin. Rich people buy anything if they think that it can make them stand out against everybody else. No. So all in all, he really doesn't have the experience to running an organization that handles hundreds of millions of dollars. Sorry, bud. No, see, you can't bridge the gap of the experience she gained in these small little things to being, or it could work. She could bring that alternatives experience. No. No. This shit is like a pinhead. A tiny little head of a pin in scale to what TPUSA. This TPUSA is global. These organizations, they got 180,000 people to read the Bible. And I'd say 179,000 of those people were probably already doing that. They just did it more often. So don't tell me she has like some of these underlying skills to run this massive organization. There's no way. No way. So she's got the support for a different reason. She'll be successful running that organization, not because she's good at running organizations. It's because she makes for a pretty good mask. You can hide behind those pretty blue eyes of hers. You hide a lot of stuff behind those eyes of hers. I mean, look at him. Where was that page at? I saw something with her face on it. Yeah. Can't tell me. There it is. Yeah, you can't tell me she's just a mask. She's being used as a mask It's going to hide whatever's going on in the background of TPUSA. We want to get to leak. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Oh, looking stuffy there, Erica.
Yeah, but we're going to see
Honeypot. That honeypot look is wearing off.
We are going to see some grief. So
She's got pretty eyes, but I don't think she's that cute.
5 minutes.
Had private conversations with him. I want you all to hold on to those. And I want you all to remember those so deeply. I want you to journal about them. I want you to be able to tell your kids about them. I want you to put those in your heart as why you're still here with the Turning Point USA family, because that's what we want. And like I said to our small group after whatever day that was that I did the thing on TV, how many days are still going Good Friday. I told the team, I said, Turning Point USA will continue like my husband always wanted, and it'll be bigger than ever. And we're going to honor him by doing that. We're going to stay humble. We're going to work hard because that's what he would want. And we're going to just make it grow. And we're going to keep our eyes fixed on heaven. And, you know, like even Stacey said, he's going to find ways to speak to us. And he's going to speak to you in different ways. Every person's going to be different, but you'll get little moments where you're like, okay, Charlie, I see you. It might be here on campus. It might be in quiet moments of the night.
This is all insanity. They're like, he'll speak to you in his little ways. No, he won't. No, he won't. Y'all killed him. You all killed him. And I think the microphone theory, exploding microphone theory, I think that's the best one that there is. It explains so much. Explains why it all went undercover, cloak and dagger instantly. They also have an explanation for the piercing in the neck. I think it's the best one. They know what they did. And she's not going to run this company. She's going to run it. Somebody's going to try to run it. Somebody's going to try to run it behind her, and they're not going to be able to do it. They're going to fail.
But he's here, and he's more alive than ever, and he is, he's going to guide us. And we just have to remain humble. But again, what I told the team was, I will fight like
this goes
hell
on forever.
to make sure that all
Work as adjectives.
I'm not going anywhere. And we're going to make sure that we honor my husband so well at this whole world.
We're going to honor him so hard.
His vision
We're
was
honor Charlie so hard.
It's just, I feel so blessed and honored.
Blessed and honored. That is crazy work as adjectives. I don't know. That's crazy work. That is like, I couldn't, blessed and honored to be the CEO and to be telling you guys that you're a family. And I want you to see this because we've spoken about this, the Moonies cult and these people that are leading.
You know what? I was going to say the way she's talking is very cultish. The whole, he speaks to us. He's going to find his ways to guide us. He'll speak to you in his little ways. He's more alive than ever. I'm not going anywhere. Like, this is all, it sounded really cultish. And I think that's where Candace is going with it. I think she's going to say, it sounds cultish too.
Or like it was just like a cult. Like basically she's saying this, she's calling you a family. She promises them. That's why it's important you have to hold this to the fire. You're not a CEO. You promise these kids that if they are going to work harder, you're in this family, your jobs are safe. Actually, that's what makes her cry. Saying your jobs are, that's when she breaks, right? When she says, it's so important to know your jobs are good. Like I feel emotionally attached to you guys working for me. And then you attach that to what we showed you of a young woman.
Like, I love it so
said,
hard that you guys work for me. You're going to continue to work for me because I'm not going anywhere. You're going to work for me so hard. You're going to love it. You're going to love working me for that hard.
On everything. I never leaked. She never leaked anything. She never spoke to me, nothing. Gets fired. And for asking a simple question, like literally, why am I fired? We've been working like 25 hours. Just get out, get out, get out. There's security there. That's it. We're moving in a different direction. That is not okay. Okay, you're not allowed to say everybody grieves differently, so I don't have to answer any questions about that. And guys, we're going to bring in the beginning too, because I want you to watch the beginning of this so you can see the full thing of it, because we don't need to strip anything.
Really?
Because she starts by laughing, which I find to be interesting. But I do want to let you know that we are having some buffering issues. We still have major blackouts in Nashville, so we're doing our best here. If you have some connectivity issues, just know that that's the reason why. Here's the beginning of that call.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, look at all the thumbs up. Look how cute that is. Sorry, it's just a little bit more informal than probably Charlie would be reacting. How sweet. I didn't know they could do that. I hate Zoom. I never liked Zoom. Sorry, you guys. I just wanted to say first and foremost, my heart obviously is.
Got serious real quick, didn't it? She's like, all right, thumbs up. Shut the fuck up. Put the thumbs down. I don't care. I hate Zoom. Oh, it's so cute. I hate Zoom. This down to business, folks. We know there's spies amongst you. You better get out. You better get out. We're gonna fire you. See my team, Captain Shades, Uncle Sam back there. They're gonna kick ass and take names, and I'm gonna chew all the bubblegum.
It's broken for you guys as much as it is for our family. You guys lost not only a boss, but someone that you looked up to, someone that you believed in his mission, that you.
Why? Okay. Now that's twice. She starts talking about Charlie, and she gets fidgety. It's twice now.
I want you to be able to tell your kids about that. I want you to put those in your heart as why you're still here with the Turning Point USA family, because that's what we want. And like I said to our small group after whatever day that was that I did the thing on TV, how many days are still on Good Friday, I told the team, I said, Turning Point USA will continue like my husband always wanted.
She gets real fidgety.
And we're going to honor him by doing that. We're going to stay humble. We're going to work hard because that's what he would want. And we're going to just make it grow. And we're going to keep our eyes fixed on heaven. And, you know, like
she's communication major.
He's going to find ways to speak to us. And he's going to speak to you in different ways. Every person's going to be different, but you'll get little moments where you're like, okay, Charlie, I see you. It might be here on campus. It might be in the quiet moments of the night. But he's here. And
she doesn't look like she's been crying. She just looks like she woke up, didn't put makeup on or put light makeup on. Like, she got done up like an influencer. She's wearing like the influencer's uniform. That's what this feels like. It feels like a call from an influencer. And she's just not confident about most everything she's saying, which is why she's constantly fidgeting with her eyes, making it seem like she's wiping away tears, but you don't look like you've been crying. You look like you've just woken up, got out of bed, not crying.
Alive than ever, and he is he's going to guide us. Then we just have to remain humble.
Look up.
But again, what I told the team was,
look up, not up. Oh, woman. Look at the camera.
I will fight like hell to
Look
make
at the
sure that
camera.
all of you have a job
Look
here.
at the goddamn camera. Okay. She has not been crying. These would be a little more puffy, and it takes a little bit longer for how, the amount she wipes her eyes. You would think she had just, before she got on the call, she was bellowing her eyes out. The amount of time she wipes her eyes. Oh, look at that. Is that a curled lip cry? And then no tear puff, no puffiness. Like the ducts swell because that's salt water. Why your eyes get, I wouldn't say that's why, but I feel like that's partially why your eyes get real swelled up when you cry, is that all the liquid pumping through there, it's probably irritating your eyes because it's salty. Tears are salty. And the amount she's, again, it's like, this is the beginning of the call. And she's just super fidgety. Go back here.
I don't want anyone to think their job's in jeopardy because your family, if you choose to leave, that's different.
Let's see cry.
I never will, and I promise you, I will make sure that I never allow a point to where you have to leave because we cannot financially afford you. And that is a promise. I want our family to stay together the best it can. Obviously, circumstances, things there's unforeseen things that might pop up here and there that we can't foresee in the future. But for right now, the way things are, I would like to remain if they are status quo.
See, that's not convincing. If you would have wiped the interior of your left eye, I would have believed you. I would have pulled back. Because I started to, because it looked like there was some liquid up here. Back, like, right here.
I don't want anyone to think their job's in jeopardy.
So you see, when she does that sound, that usually means there's a swelling happen. There's tears swelling in the back of the eyes. When the voice becomes shaky and starts to rattle out like that, that means the tears are swelling behind the eyes. So this next movement, the moment she wipes one eye, it should have pretty much just caused a liquid, some type of liquid from one of her eyes to push out. Because even if you go and wipe it from here, it's going to cause it to push pressure on it. And you're going to lose track of it. And that's why I started to think that she might actually be getting some tears out this time. She didn't cry during Charlie's actual death and funeral and all that, but she gets them out here.
Family, if you choose to leave, that's different. I never will. And
see, right there, you get a little glimpse of it. But she's also looking up at a light. Our eyes have a natural glistening when we look at a light. And it's bad camera quality. I feel like she's either communications major, she was a theater major. She knows how to lay it on thick. But again, with this pressure against the bottom of the eye, this kind of glisten, something would have fell.
I never will, and I promise you, I will make sure that.
Yeah, no. See, it's she wipes her tears away too easily to be somebody that's that emotional. No way. There's no way.
Never allow a point to where you have to leave because we cannot financially afford you. And that is a promise. I want our family to stay together.
Yeah, see, no. That's cultish. That shit is very cultish. Yeah, that's crazy. See right here.
Say an expression that has been used a lot. She's going to remind people that everybody grieves differently. 5.5 days after Charlie was announced dead at the hospital. Take a listen.
And we will do our best to continue to make Turning Point USA the behemoth that he wanted it to be, this massive thing. And it is, and that's why we have to stay humble.
But you're over here laughing and giggling.
Stay in prayer, and if you guys do need anything, please reach
out. Hold on. Okay. See, these statements are very contradictory. She's talking about growing this thing to be massive, and has all these hopes and dreams that Charlie had. But then she's talking about if people want to go, because they don't want to have to get into a point where they can't pay you, and then they gotta let you. So are you having financial problems, or are you growing so big that you don't know what to do with? These are very contradictory statements. Very contradictory.
To whoever you know to reach out to, and pray with one another, be there with one another, be soft with them and one another.
All right. I can't do any more of her and her crocodile tears. It's crazy. Anybody would believe her in anything she's saying. She's really good. She's a good actress, I'll say that. I wouldn't be surprised if her background is in theater or communications. But communications majors
This is funny.
At times are really adept to theater and acting. Why we like to talk at people. Some people like to talk to. I don't. I like to talk at people. Tell stories. Be the funny man. I just want to run my own food truck and make YouTube videos. Run a food truck, make YouTube. This right here, this is funny. You guys need to stop. Like, seriously, you're making yourselves look as dumb as you actually are by reacting in these ways. Because what's funny about this is when I was on Facebook on my phone, it gave me that sensitive content warning right here, but it made me click into it. Like, it actually gave me a warning that I had to click into it. Which is why I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Once I watched the video and realized what it was, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, you can't be this stupid, people. You really can't be this stupid. Because listen to what the guy says. Just listen to the whole video. It shows you how ignorant these people down there protesting ICE and border control agents are by this right here. This right here is how stupid these people are, how stupid these news networks are, because they're even pushing the same thing. They're pushing the same thing. These idiot news networks are pushing this false narrative. So you're going to hear it. And I'm going to explain what you're seeing. See, it cuts it off. That needs to be lengthened. We'll add to that. Because it's actually... I explain why people are dumb. This issued smoke That's it. Just a variation of colored. This must have been a very. You better get back. I'm deploying gas. That's all that is. That's just words. Those are just words. Because if you
This is the good one.
CS canister actually deploying.
Yeah, this is the good one.
You better get back. I'm deploying gas. That's all that is. That's just words. Those are just words. You better get back. I'm deploying gas. That's all that is. That's just words. You better get back. I'm deploying gas.
Yeah, because this is the point that's being made. They're not wearing masks. They're not deploying gas. That's it. No crowd control agent being used if they're not wearing a mask. I mean, they will. Doesn't mean that they won't start wearing masks and throwing smoke. But they're just tossing canisters. It's not riot control. Especially if they're throwing it at their own feet. There's no such thing as a grenade jump in real life. So they're not going to throw a gas canister at their feet. Not wear a crowd control or a NBC mask.
You better get back. I'm deploying gas. That's all that is. That's just words. Those are just words. Because if he was actually deploying a CS canister, he would have already had on a NBC mask. All of these guys would have already been wearing some type of riot control gear, because crowd control substances like tear gas, CS gas, like I said before, they do different things. They're different canisters and different agents, but they're deployed seemingly in the same instance. And they're not going to deploy it and risk taking one of their people out. Use your brain. You use your brain. It's not how any of this works. And I keep having to say it like that. That's not how this works. That's not how that works. That's not how this works. This is how this works. This is how that works. This is how that works. I have to say these things over and over and over. I feel like a broken record, but that's not how this works. These guys don't get to prove how tough they are by deploying CS canisters and then not donning an NBC mask to protect themselves from the same CS they're deploying. Like when you join the military, your body doesn't evolve into more fortitude. Evolve out of weakness. Because contrary to popular belief, there are still tons of people in the military who are very weak. And that's weak humans, weak people. Not just weak in strength, weak in the mind. No, they are absolutely 100% 8 up, 8 down, weak. You better get back. I'm deploying gas.
8 up, 8 down, weak.
That's just words. Those are just words. Because if he was actually deploying a CS canister, he would have already had on a NBC mask. All of these guys would have already been wearing some type of riot control gear, because crowd control
gain fortitude.
substances like tear gas, CS gas, like I said before, they do different things. They're different canisters and different agents, but they're deployed seemingly in the same instance. And they're not going to deploy it and risk taking one of their people out. Use your brain. Use your brain. That's not how any of this works. And I keep having to say it like that. That's not how this works. That's not how that works. That's not how this works. This is how this works. This is how that works. This is how that works. I have to say these things over and over and over. I feel like a broken record, but That's not how this works. These guys don't get to prove how tough they are by deploying CS canisters and then not donning an NBC mask to protect themselves from the same CS they're deploying. Like when you join the military, your body doesn't evolve into more fortitude. Evolve out of weakness. Because contrary to popular
You don't
belief, there
evolve
are
into
still
more
tons of
fortitude.
people in the military who are very weak.
Where the hell did I come up with that?
And that's
You don't. When you join the military, you don't
themselves
evolve
from the
into
same CS
more
they're deploying.
fortitude.
Like when you join the military, your body doesn't evolve into more fortitude. Like you don't evolve out of weakness. Because contrary to popular belief, there are still tons of people in the military who are very weak. And that's weak humans, weak people. Not just weak in strength, weak in the mind. No, they are absolutely 100% 8 up, 8 down, weak.
Weak.
You better get back. I'm deploying gas. That's all that is. That's just
What the hell?
words. Those are just words. Because if
That's
he was
good.
actually deploying a CS canister, he would have already had on a NBC mask. All of these guys
Come on,
would
use
have
your
already
brain.
been wearing
Use your brain.
some type of riot control gear, because crowd control substances like tear gas, CS gas, like I said before, they do different things. They're different canisters and different agents, but they're deployed seemingly in the same instance. And they're not going to deploy it and risk taking one of their people out.
Taking one of their people out.
Use your brain. You use your brain. It's not how any of this works. I keep having to say it like that. That's not how this works. That's not how that works. That's not how this works. This is how this works. This is how that works. This is how that works. I have to say these things over and over and over. I feel like a broken record, but that's not how this works. These guys don't get to prove how tough they are by deploying CS canisters and then not donning an NBC mask to protect themselves from the same CS they're deploying. Like when you join the military, your body doesn't evolve into more fortitude. Like you don't evolve out of weakness. Because contrary to popular belief, there are still tons of people in the military
you don't evolve into more fortitude and evolve out of weakness. Like some of the shit, I wonder where I come up with. Like, when you join the military, you don't evolve into more fortitude and evolve out of weakness. Oh, oh my god, that's so good. Like some of the stuff I say is like, that's dumb, but I like it. But as long as I'm laughing at me, I don't care if anybody else is. Oh my god, that's hilarious. You join the military, you don't evolve into more fortitude. And evolve out of weakness. And I even realized how goofy it sounded because I laughed at it. Yeah, I realized instantly how goofy it sounded because I laughed at it.
Like when you join the military, your body doesn't evolve into more fortitude. Like you don't evolve out of weakness. Because contrary to popular belief, there are still tons of people in the military who are very weak. And that's weak humans, weak people. Not just weak in strength, weak in the mind. No, they are absolutely 100% 8 up, 8 down, weak.
Oh man,
I feel like a broken record, but that's not how this works. These guys
like a
don't
broken
get to
record, but
prove how tough they are by
it's
deploying
not-
CS
it's not how
canisters
this
and then
works.
not donning an NBC mask to protect themselves from the same CS they're deploying. Like when you join the military,
to be honest, I feel
your
like
body
cutting
doesn't
shit
evolve
couldn't.
into
more fortitude. Like, you don't evolve out of weakness. Because, contrary to popular belief, there are still tons of people in the military who are very
just keep it.
and
It's still funny as hell.
People. Not just weak in strength and weak in the mind. No, they are absolutely 100% 8 up, 8 down, weak. You better get back. I'm deploying gas. That's all that is. That's just words. Those are just words. Because if he was actually deploying a CS canister, he would have already had on a NBC mask. All of these guys would have already been wearing some type of riot control gear. Because crowd control substances like tear gas, CS gas, like I said before, they do different things. They're different canisters and different agents, but they're deployed seemingly in the same instance. And they're not going to deploy it and risk taking one of their people out. Use your brain. Use your brain. It's not how any of this works. And I keep having to say it like that. That's not how this works. That's not how that works. That's not how this works. This is how this works. This is how that works. This is how that works. I have to say these things over and over and over. I feel like a broken record, but that's not how this works. These guys don't get to prove how tough they are by deploying CS canisters and then not donning an NBC mask to protect themselves from the same CS they're deploying. Like, when you join the military, your body doesn't evolve into more fortitude. Like, you don't evolve out of weakness. Because, contrary to popular belief, there are still tons of people in the military who are very weak. And that's weak humans, weak people.
Oh, it's so goofy. When you join the military, you don't evolve into more fortitude. Oh. I don't even know what the hell this was, dude. Where the hell did this come from? Why did it fail? Website's irritating as hell, man. Man, that's goofy as hell. Goodness. Go make me some taters. It's gonna be, even though it's late as hell, love me some fried taters. Fried taters in the middle of the night. I don't know when it was. All right. While that's doing that, this can't do it. All right. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going start my oil and I'm just gonna get stuff prepped so I can do some potatoes. Phenomenal. Getting to play as a stalker.
His layers silent and
Phenomenal. Getting to play as a stalker. Phenomenal. Getting to play phenomenal. Phenomenal. Getting to play as a stalker.
his layers silent and empty. He will not return. Understand?
Party all the time, party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. Oops. I jacked that one up.
Hmm. Yep. The hell's wrong with this website, dude? Fucking irritating. Because TikTok's it's run by idiots. Idiots. Stop letting these stupid people run things. Get them the hell out of here, dude. You were born before the internet. You shouldn't be dealing with anything to deal with the internet. Go find a Walmart to greet in the doorway of. Get out of government. Get out of these jobs that you don't belong in anymore. You know you were just out here ruining everything for everybody. You can't just step aside. You want to continue to ruin it all because you can't step aside. Awaken the sleeper. Jesus's cousin.
Jesus' cousin. Where the hell did that come from? Awaken the sleeper. Jesus' cousin. Awaken the sleeper. Jesus' cousin. That's stupid.
The Kalimo sequence has begun? Did he send you?
Jesus' cousin. Jesus' cousin. Why does it say sleeper's cousin? No, it's supposed to be Jesus' cousin. Awaken the sleeper. Jesus' cousin. Awaken the sleeper. Jesus' cousin. Make that stubby because it's gonna be load it.
The Kalimo sequence has begun? Did he send you? Is he? The Kalimo sequence has begun?
Jesus' cousin. Awaken the sleeper. Jesus' cousin. Awaken the sleeper. Jesus' cousin.
It's definitely be Jesus cousin. Yeah. Again, this is why I'm going to end up going away from that site. And that's because of shit like that. It's just 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row it's done that. So this is why I'm like, my patience can only be stretched so far. And I will stop using you. I will stop using you. You mean nothing to me. I use you because I pay you. Like, you're wasting my money now. So I will easily not pay you anymore and go somewhere else. Fix your website or lose customers. It's literally that easy. Your website works as intended or you don't have customers. You don't get to have both. You don't get to have it sitting here, oh, maybe it'll work. I'll give them money. Maybe it'll work if I keep giving them money. That's insanity. Fix your website or you don't get money. That's it. And if you think, well, I don't care about you. Well, okay. Leave your website how it is. Leave it how it is. And I promise you, everybody else will be gone too. Then you can come back and blame me for starting it all. Because I won't use them. You got one more try. I'm going to go back tomorrow morning before class, try to do some more editing. If I can't, then guess what? I will be using someone else. I have all of my video If you think that you're the only one that does what you do, you're out of your mind. I can easily take your tag out of my tags and put in the new person I use into my tags. So fix your website or lose customers. Oh no, not frame or not that. Not Star Citizen. Not feel like raging.
You know, tensions run high on the road sometimes, but at the end of the day, we have each other's backs. Right, guys?
Can't do it. Can't do it no more. Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, and I don't want to do any social stuff right now. I want to talk about any social stuff right now. I want to play video games. Been in class all day. Wanted to edit, but that gone out the window. I could go and mess with my song, but I have to go and rip it from the internet to mess with it.
Operator, Ordis is sorry. Happy to report that all my good jokes are...
Oh, she's the Wisp. Nice. I like how they've been putting faces to these some of these frames. Figured. Thought I had Haro. Guess not. So that's Haro. Lion, Father Lion is Haro. That's cool. And obviously, this is the Uriel. Roth is Uriel. That's cool. $140. I'll be crazy with this stuff, man. These microtransactions are insane. I probably normally would have chose that second one. But she would have ended the conversation. Basically attacking her faith. Sure. Yeah. Can't remember. Yeah, I'll look it up. What's up, buddy? Love yous. But
It's a lazy night between the stars for you and me. While out there, the system is still on fire. Grenier on Corpus on infested, and in between the little people like you and me, well, we're just trying not to get stepped on. Here's to us, dreamers.
She's cute. Hmm.
Dreamers, ever think about what lives below the surface? An entire universe that we step on every day, quietly toiling away, making life above possible, until some bigwig with a plan says, sterilize this filth. Well, dreamers, that's exactly what's about to happen in the deep mines below Fortuna, unless somebody drops in to help.
I guess it probably wants me to choose that one. I need to turn on the heat. My toes are frozen. All right, buddy. I got 4. Love you. Feet are a little cold. I'd turn that heat up. All right.
Do you feel the next world press close on these late night streamers? Nora does. She feels the presence of those she lost, the great and the good, gods and ghosts. We are watched, bet on it, by those who dwell in the direction we cannot point to.
The journalist. Duh. I got her all stumbled up. That's the first time I've got her stumbled up like that. Hit her with that smooth talk. She didn't know what to do. She was just blowing me off. It's shit. Oh. I didn't know I was gonna delete him from the conversation. That's funny. I need to do this.
Please select destination. Plotting route.
Probably should go online. Yeah, I think I'm going online in the Warframe market. Got 3, 4, 5. Go online for an hour. Checkpoint standing.
Later then. Amir, I need your eye on the Jenny. Now.
After the untimely disappearance of our beloved Major Rasalka, it falls to yours truly to set Helvania straight. The Scaldra, deploy the HO9.
Disappearance. They don't know where she is either. Time to press our luck. Your target is Victor's beloved H09.
The Hex have been spotted. Engage the barricades. Seal the sector.
So, damn it, Ferricite barricades. Nothing you've got can get past those except... Okay, first step. Get your hands on a Skuldra Commander's transponder.
Well, it was quicker, miss.
That's our ticket. Now get to a comms terminal. Use that to call in reinforcements. For them. Hey, never said this would be easy. Stormfall paratroopers inbound. Wrestle those RPGs from their cold, dead hands.
Why do you find it so difficult to get rid of these slugs? Throw more troops at them. Shall I write it on your hand?
What the hell? I had a shield this whole time. How is whatever that is hitting me? How is that even hitting me?
Hermian RPG, point it at the barrier, and pull the trigger. Simple as that.
Another light snuffed out.
An object lesson in extremist self-delusion. The, Hex, is it? High on their own supply, they mean to murder the Scaldra commander, devoted to keeping the infestation from your beds, Athena. They march themselves towards purification only. Camera's rolling? Excellent. Watch and learn.
This isn't your city. We're here to evict you. More Ferrocite. You know what to do. Call in another squad of Stormfall and get your greedy mitts on their RPGs.
Gotcha. Dealt with.
Trying my patience with these antics. Stormfall troops. Maybe his healing's going on.
look too close. They have done and no more.
The hex in their place. 6 feet underground should suffice.
See, this is what's dumb about this shit. It's so stupid. It's not like I can get up on top of a fucking building and get a vantage point at him. No. I gotta somehow keep dodging, shooting down, get up high enough to be able to shoot down and hit those things, those tiny little spots that are on his tank. It doesn't make sense, dude. It's stupid. All right. Get me out of here. I'm done. I can't do